Hello to all students, I am Professor Masood fuzail. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss structure and function of human kidney. As you know, just like other organs, kidney has very prime importance in our body. There are a pair of kidney located in the abdominal cavity on the both sides of vertebral column. And kidneys are usually bean shaped and they have size of approximately 12 centimeter. Each kidney contain 1 million nephrons and kidneys lies in retroperitoneal cavity. They are also bean shaped. The right kidney is a little bit lower due to the presence of liver than the left kidney. So first of all, we are going to describe the internal structure of the kidney. So I have already made a diagram for you. It's right over here. Each kidney is protected by fatty layer which helps kidneys to protect from trauma. If we remove the fat from over the kidney, then the first thing we see is a capsule which is made up of fibrous capsule, very protective and to protect the internal part or the body of the kidneys. So inside the kidney there is if you look at the cross section of the kidney, there is two parts of the kidney. The outer part is known as renal cortex and the inner part is known as renal medulla. For kidney, whatever we term use, the technical term for kidney is used which is known as renal. Just like we use for digestive system gastro, for heart we use cardiac, for brain we use cerebral, and in the same way for every term which we are going to use is going to be renal, which belongs to kidney. The outer cortex is the pale region of the dark red region of the kidney, and inner the pale red region of the kidney is known as renal medulla. Renal medulla contain 8 to 18 pyramid shape, triangular shape structure which are known as renal pyramids. These pyramids are located in the center of the renal medulla. These renal medulla also contain in between them renal columns, which are basically the parts of the renal cortex which are continuous with the renal medulla. The next to the renal pyramid contain two portions. One is the outer wider portion while the inner portion is narrower, which is known as renal papillae or singular renal papilla. Renal papilla open into a cavity-like structure which is known as minor calyx, and many minor calyx open into a major calyx which then empties into a duct which is known as ureter. So this is all the major part of the kidney. So each kidney has two sides. One is convex side which is on this side, and the other one is concave side which is facing towards vertebral column. So this is the concave side. It has a depression which is known as renal hilum or renal hilus. This depression contain blood vessels and also nerve supply, and ureter exit from this depression. Renal hilum contain renal artery which supplies blood to the kidney, while also contain renal vein which takes blood away from the kidney, and there is a ureter which is a duct which opens into urinary bladder and empties into urinary bladder. The urine from the kidney flows from the kidney into urinary bladder. There is also nerves entering and exiting from this renal hilum. So now let's discuss some important and list some important functions of the kidney so that we can know its importance. The first and most important function of the kidney is to control the volume of the fluids in our body, especially water. It also maintains osmolality of the fluid, whichever fluid like blood, like plasma, like water, and anything which is present in our body, it makes the fluid osmolality. It also balances the acid-base concentration. It controls the pH, like removing H positive ion or OH negative ion to maintain the pH at constant level of the body. It also controls electrolytes, sodium, chlorine, potassium, phosphorus, phosphates to maintain so that we do not suffer from the dehydration. It also removes toxins along with the help of liver. Whenever we eat, whenever the toxins enters in our body, they are technically removed from the body with the help of kidney. Kidney also has very important function that it converts precursor of vitamin D into active form of vitamin D, which is known as calcitriol. Calcitriol is the active form of vitamin D, and it helps to absorb the calcium from the small intestine, which is very essential for the strengthening of muscles and bones. It also maintains homeostasis. As you know that homeostasis is a very important function of the body, and in which osmoregulation is the most important one, and kidney helps to maintain osmoregulation and thus help in the homeostasis. It also synthesizes some hormones. For example, erythropoietin. Erythropoietin is secreted by the kidneys when there is a condition in response to hypoxia, when there is less oxygen in the body. During hypoxia, erythropoietin is secreted, which then stimulates stem cells in our bone marrow to produce more red blood cells, so that the deficiency of oxygen can be compensated. It also synthesizes renin, which is an enzyme which helps to control the certain angiostatin and aldosterone to maintain the blood pressure in our body. It also helps to produce urine, because after filtration of toxins and waste material, urine is produced which contain urea, uric acid, water, minerals, salts, etc., which are excreted from our body. As I mentioned earlier, kidneys are also helps in the maintenance of the blood pressure through renin system. Production of renin helps to control the level of aldosterone in our body, and also angiotensin too, which helps to maintain the blood pressure in our body. As I mentioned already earlier that our blood has a pH of 7.4. These kidneys helps to maintain the pH up to a narrow range, which is 7.4, by removing extra H positive ion from the body. It also maintains water, which is I already mentioned. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.